Oh snap, I think that actually might be him out there. Oh, I got him. I had the freaking Palomino. You gotta be kidding me, dude. What is cracking, you fish and jamokes? Eastern PA fishing here. Making my way to a fishing spot. First I have to trek through a whole bunch of crap just to get there. So it should be an adventure. We got quite a bit of rain over the last few days. So the creeks are finally back up to where they should be. And hopefully the fishing is gonna be pretty good. Hopefully all the rain doesn't force an early transition. And hopefully we have some fish that are ready to bite out here. I have kind of an odd setup. I have a very tiny crawlbait, black and blue flake on the back. And I have it on a pink jig head with one of those bleeding red hooks. Oh snap, there's a freaking trout. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that's a freaking trout. Oh, no, it's not. It's a largie. Well, there we go. First fish of the day. I thought this dude was a trout. It definitely was not. Largemouth bass. No giant, but he is a decent little bass for this creek. See you, homie. There's got to be something else out there. Oh, that is definitely a trout. Okay, this time I'm 100% sure that that is a trout. There's no way he's going to be able to eat this thing. But he certainly looks like he's hungry. Ah, I had a smallmouth. Well, if I can hook a smallmouth, I might be able to hook a trout. It's just gonna be a little hard to get him to eat, especially considering he already sees me. That's really cool that there's trout out here this time of year though, because we are over the hump for the heat waves and all that stuff. Hopefully. We are all up in the spot now. Let's see what's going on. Oh, something had it. The one problem with the open hook, every once in a while you get one of your claws, completely ruin your cast. If I throw on a spinner, I wonder if I could get one of those trout to bite. I'm not even sure if I have spinners on me, guys. It's like a little bit of an odd day. Yeah, let's keep moving up. Some of the spots on this creek are super hard to get to, but if you can actually manage it, they're definitely worth it. Gonna have to do a thorough tick check when I get home. We made it. It's definitely gonna be where we're gonna be able to catch some more fish. Might have to switch up tactics, but we're gonna stick with our little jig for now. See if we can catch another bass or something. That one little largie isn't gonna do it for me today. Gotta remember to try not to snag here. This is a really rocky little spot, and once it gets down to the bottom, you're definitely gonna snag. Well, it doesn't help that I have a freaking stick on the end of there. Caught a big smallmouth here earlier in the year. Doubt he's still hanging around. Worth a shot though. It's a neat little hole. I don't even know if he would eat this thing, honestly. It looks like there might be some big carp out there. Believe it or not, I actually do even have some worms with me. Dug some worms up from my backyard a couple days ago. So we're definitely gonna catch something here. Just gonna mess around with this lure for a little bit longer. Yeah, I really wonder if there are some trout still here. I'm gonna get on the other side of this and see what's going on. Definitely a good spot for some fish to hang. Well, hold up a second. Pretty sure I just saw another trout. Oh, that is a freaking Palomino. There's a Palomino right in front of us. Now this fish was actually here back in spring when I was fishing this spot. So this fish has held over in this hole right here in front of us since spring. You guys definitely can't see him because of the glare of the screen, but he is right there. We should be able to catch him. I hate to do it like this, but I might throw on a worm. This will be absolutely wild. We can catch a Palomino in September, middle of September. We have some tiny little worms in there. Should definitely do the trick here. Definitely didn't think that guy would still be hanging out in this spot, but I actually haven't been to this spot since back in spring. We're gonna need a little hook. That should do it right there. This fish is gonna be pretty timid, so we really might only have one shot to catch him. If we can get him to bite, I'm about 90% sure we can reel in this Palomino in the middle of freaking September. It's gonna be quite a feat for me, guys. It's definitely not gonna be the biggest Palomino I've caught all year. Honestly, he might be the smallest, but he is totally worth it. Just can't believe that fish is still down there. So the way I'm gonna have to fish for this guy is I'm gonna cast a little upstream of him and then let it drift down to him. So I'm gonna have to put on a little tiny split shot. I think those ones are the smallest, so we're gonna go with one of these guys. Second smallest I have. I want to make sure this guy is able to get it. Don't want it moving too fast. We also don't want it floating on top. All right, we have our hook. About 1.5 feet away from that, we have our tiny little split shot. We have a fluorocarbon leader on here, obviously, because we don't want this fish to see the line. Let's get ourselves a worm here. That little guy right there should do it. Try to hook it up naturally too. Gonna Texas rig this night crawler. In the head, out the bottom, push it up, make sure that hook is inside the worm, spin the worm around. We have a pretty much Texas rigged night crawler. Let's see if we can catch this trout, guys. This is wild. I can't believe this fish is still here. Really hope we can get him. It's like not the most comfortable position to stand either. Let's see it. He's down there. Yeah, I actually can't even see him anymore. I know he's down here. Freaking don't want to slide off this rock though. Go swimming in about 6 feet of water right in front of us. It's definitely why that fish is able to hang out here. All this moving water, super deep right in front of us. I might need another split shot. This is not getting down there. Like my line is already all the way over there. Time for another split shot. You always want to start with the least amount of weight that you need. Work your way up. Especially when you have these super cheap split shots from Walmart, the Ozark Trout ones. Let's see if we can get this fish. Palomino time. Oh snap, I think that actually might be him out there. Oh, I got him. I have the freaking Palomino. You gotta be kidding me, dude. It is freaking September 10th. We got the freaking Palomino. You gotta be kidding me. Yo. And he swallowed that thing. I definitely don't want to take this fish. Definitely want to put this guy back. I'm gonna cut him free. What a shame. This guy is a total warrior for surviving the entire season out here. This might be the last Palomino of the year. Unfortunately, he did swallow it. But I'm gonna see if I can get him back either way. Oh wow, he's actually taken right off. A little pissed off that that hook's still in him. But I think he actually will be fine. Man, what a warrior, man. That fish was here all freaking year in this one spot, hanging out in that hole. And I finally was able to catch him. I actually tried to catch this exact Palomino a few times this year. Super unfortunate that we had to do it with bait, live bait, but it is what it is. We just caught a freaking Palomino, everybody. May the trout fishing never stop. Let's get another hook on here. There's gotta be some more fish out there. That Palomino is gone. He is definitely one unhappy customer, but I don't see him out there anymore. He took off somewhere to never be caught again by anybody, most likely. One largemouth bass, one Palomino trout or golden trout, whatever the heck you want to call them. Not sure what else this day is going to produce, but it's going to be awesome, so stay tuned. Probably the last Palomino trout of the year, and that honestly might be the last Palomino left in this entire creek for now, until they stock them next year. Oh, I had something. I think they robbed me. Yeah, I just got robbed. Didn't really get the greatest worm selection out of my backyard this time. A lot of these guys are rather small, but just because they're small doesn't mean they're not effective. We have a fish on here. What the heck? Didn't even realize it. There we go. That isn't a giant by any means, but we will take him. Third fish for the day, third species of the day. Oh man. Well, that was a pretty decent bluegill. Would have liked to have shown you guys him, but he gone. Since we lost our worm there, let's throw on one of these Berkeley trout worms. My selection of them is pretty pitiful, as you can see. I'm like digging them out of my bag. This one has probably been used about 3 or 4 times. See if we can still get some action out of it. These really aren't my favorite hooks to be hooking up these either. Like I said, limited tackle. I'm lazy today. We're just down here at the creek, hoping to catch some more fish. And I think the little pink trout worm is gonna do it for us. The reason I'm switching over to this lure is because not only does it have a little bit more of a commotion to it, but it's bright frickin' pink. You know, they can definitely see that down there. With all the rain that we had, this might actually be our best bet. And we have something on here. What the heck? Yo, another species for the day. Fourth fish, fourth species. That was a smallmouth. He gone. I gotta stop standing on this rock. Dropping way too many fish on that thing. I'm gonna get over this rock. Haven't hit any fish on this rock yet. One thing that scares me about this rock is it's super freaking sketch. Got something on here. Well, fifth fish, fifth species of the day. We now have a largemouth, a golden rainbow trout, smallmouth, a bluegill, and a red breast sunfish. Good day fishing so far. 5 fish, 5 different species, and still plenty of GoPro charge left. The will is strong, everybody. The will to catch more fish. And we got something else here. Another bluegill. Man, he hammered the heck out of this thing, man. Oh, dude, that's just kind of not fair. Never gonna get that out of you. Actually, you know what? He didn't swallow it all the way. With a little bit of care, we can release this bluegill back. All right, got my little red snips here. Took our time. He's not bleeding at all. Happy fish, man. That's what you gotta do. You gotta take your time when these guys swallow it. And they're good to go. Other than that one little bluegill, nothing here either. Let's keep moving. Well, this second red breast for the day. All right, this actually is the hole where I saw another trout. He was at the back end of it. So I'm gonna fish from the front to the back, and hopefully between here and there we come across another trout. We're probably almost definitely gonna catch something out of this hole. This is a deep hole. There are probably a few fish hanging around here. Well, not the trout, but we will take him. Another big old red breast. We might have to pick through a couple of these guys till we get to the prize trout. Not that he's much of a prize to begin with. Looks pretty small. This guy just took a dookie on me. Thanks, homie. Well, that did it. That scared all the fish in the area. Gosh dang it. There's a trout, a smallmouth. Who's gonna get it first? Oh, man. You thief. Well, this Sonny had himself a nice little dinner. There's another. That guy made quite a freaking commotion. Seems like once the Sonnies figure out that there's something to eat in the area, they kind of just flock to it. And it becomes a Sonny feeding frenzy. Wow, okay. I have no idea where that trout went, but looks like he's out of here. Definitely the last spot of the day here. Alrighty, this is a big worm for this creek. There might be something out there big enough to eat it. Oh, something freaking has that right away. And we got it. What the heck? Yo! The guy was just waiting there for us. There we go. That's a decent largemouth for this creek. He ain't bad at all. Bigger than the first one we caught, that's for sure. Beautiful largemouth. See ya, homie. That's so funny. He was like about 4 feet in front of us right there.